The next thing that you need to know how to do is kind of review from 7th grade, which is statistics. So sometimes you're going to be given a set of numbers and they might just ask you simple questions. Okay, most likely not, but you still need to know what these things mean. So if you're given a set of numbers, first thing you need to do, put them in order. So I put them smallest to largest, so my smallest number is 4. Then I have a 6 and a 9, 2 12s, 15, and 19. Now, last year you had to know how to do a lot of these different things, but one of the cool things this year is Desmos can actually help you calculate quite a few of these things. So if you go over to Desmos, so I have another iPad here that has Desmos on it, and in the lower right corner there's a button that says functions. So if you push that, there's one tab at the top called stats, and you have all of these options here for things that you might need to know. So there's a mean button, median, minimum, maximum, quartile. This one will give you the first and third quartile, but it's kind of tricky to use. Later we'll need to do standard deviation and variance. So this tab right here under the functions will help you with a lot of things, and it will actually make things go a lot faster. So if I push the button, so let's say I want to find the mean. So I push the button, it says mean, and then it gives me a set of parentheses. After that, I just type in my numbers. So 4, 6, 9, 12, 12, 15, and 19. So my mean was 11. Now, I didn't actually need to put them in order to do it on Desmos, but it's just a good habit because there are a couple things that Desmos can't help you with. So what I'm going to do to switch to the next thing, I'm going to keep my numbers and I'm going to just delete the mean part. I'm going to go back and I'm going to push median, and now it's back to what it is. So median is 12. Okay, mode is not one of my options, but remember, mode means the most often. Okay, so the most often is 12. Maximum, we don't really need Desmos for it, 19. Largest. Minimum, smallest, which is 4. Our range is our maximum minus our minimum. So maximum minus the minimum. 19 minus 4 is 15. All right, the quartiles. Here, Desmos can help you, but it might be actually a little faster to do it on your paper. So to find your quartiles, find your median, which is 12. Okay, don't use that number, and then find the median of your lower half, the median of your upper half. So the median of your lower half is 6, that's your lower quartile. The median of your upper half is 15, that's your upper quartile. Then your inner quartile range is just how far apart are those two numbers. So 15 minus 6 is 9. Okay, outliers. Outliers are numbers that are a lot larger or smaller than everything else. So I'm going to only look at my maximum and my minimum. So 4, not really larger than anything else. 19, not really far away from anyone else. So there's not really any outliers in this case. Okay, outliers are generally like significantly larger than everything else. So like if I had, say, 50, 50 is a lot larger than everything else here. It could be a possible outlier. All right. Next example here, we are given a dot plot. This is more like something that you would have to do on AZ Merit. So if we're doing a dot plot here, these are actually the values, all these dots that are in our set. So this dot right here is 9. So I'm going to write out the numbers. So 9, 10, 11, 11, 11. I had 11 3 times. 12 twice. 13, 14 3 times. 15 twice. 16 once. No 17s, but I have an 18. Okay. Then I can do my same process as last time. I can go through, type in all my numbers on Desmos. It will come out and calculate. Okay, I'm not going to go through these again just because the process is the same once you have your numbers. So the main issue with this is identifying what number goes with each dot. All right, last type. This is a histogram. Now, if you come across the histogram, you need to be really careful. There are things that you cannot see from a histogram. Okay, in fact, there's a lot of things that you cannot tell exact values from a histogram. So if you notice at the bottom here, it goes in little ranges. These are called buckets. So this here, from 0 to 5, it tells me there is one value between 0 and 5. Now, I don't know exactly what it is. It could be 2, it could be 4, somewhere, or there's one number between 0 and 5. Then there's another number between 5 and 10. So there's 2 of them. So I could have 7 and 8. I could have 5 and 9. Just know that there's 2 numbers. Here I have 4 numbers. Here I have 3 numbers, 2 numbers, 1 number, 1 number. Okay, so if I want to find the mean, well, I can't find it because I don't know what the numbers are, right? If this was a 2, my total is going to be different than if this number was a 4. I don't know what it is. The median here is somewhere in this middle, but I don't know exactly where it is. Okay, mode might be somewhere in here, but I don't know where it is. The maximum is going to be somewhere in this box, but again, somewhere between 30 and 35. Minimum is going to be somewhere in this box between 30 and 35. Range could be, if this is 35 and 0, so it's going to be somewhere between this number and this number. Interquartile range, again, can't figure it out. I don't know anything. And outliers, I don't know data values, can't find anything. So essentially, histograms here are not going to help you with anything.